Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of, what do they usually say? On behalf of the flight crew and the admins and mods, thank you for choosing to fly Kimba Airlines. This is flight Alpha 420 heading to Lithuania. Ladies and gentlemen, Lions, please make sure your stop loss securely fastened. Thank you again for choosing Kimba Airlines, where even if you book a one-way ticket, we're still gonna round trip your ass. Let's get it! Previously on Kimba TV. 28570. Let me throw out 28570. They waited for me. Let's get it! Woohoo! So everybody knows where my stop loss is, right? I'm trying to not get stopped out. It's behind the 886, y'all. Hey, yeah. Alrighty. Failmaster says, are you still in the long? Yes, I told you guys what my stop loss was. Okay, let's do some basic ass TA, man. First off, happy Wednesday. Hiya. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Okay, I know it's a late start. I told y'all I'm coming to San Francisco. There's only one reason I'm coming to San Francisco. I had to go to the office. But I'm still on the West Coast, so it's like 2:40. So and I don't have baby girl, so let's so we got 18 minutes of Macaulay Culkin hour left, and then after that, we still have another 2 hours before daily candle close. I need Macaulay's ass to find his brother's Adderall and get nasty with it. Is everybody caught up on the Discord and the YouTube highlights? Because some of the stuff I'm gonna talk about is not gonna make sense if you didn't read the Discord stuff and the YouTube. Y'all ready? Let me at least do some like basic TA, yeah? Okay, all right, so let's talk real quick. Let's just talk about the levels that we identified as potential shorts and potential TPs. Yes? So let's just kind of backtrack. You know my greedy ass didn't take no profit. Come on. Okay, but let's just talk about the math and the stuff that we identified yesterday. Okay? So first TP1 was a sweep of this, did not happen. Okay? And then this was candidate 2. That actually happened. Okay, so the sweep did happen. Not only that, but you know when you guys ask like, how do I play a sweep, or what does a sweep look like? That's a sweep structure right there. Not only that, but like it pixel fucked, I think, bearish retest. So sweep. That sweep zone was also the structure on the 1 hour. So that's what it looks like. That's a valid sweep. It actually swept that. And then the other thing too, you know, when we talk about price going up, what do we need it to do? Open interest told the whole story. That whole way up, open interest went down, coming back. And you know what I just realized is every time, I don't want to say every time, but I think like the 8th or 9th, like the last 8, 9 times I've been paying attention to open interest, the times when the open interest is actually helping, meaning that it's going up, whether it's dumping or pumping, it really doesn't matter, right? But the open interest should be going up. The last times that it actually had open interest going up, it went to 382 and bounced. I just noticed that. As we like to say, the math is the math. So let's just take a look at what it actually did. Swing high, swing low, damn near pixel perfect Kimba box. Also, you know what's crazy? There was only one other single print to the upside, and it was at 30,033 or something. 30,030, 30,033, I think. 30,050. So holy shit. Single print. You know, like we were saying, the right thing to do would have been to hedge short somewhere. I didn't do anything like that, but if you did, that's fucking brilliant. That's awesome. So Kimba box and single print indicating lining up with 786 daily level as well. So lots of confluence. Like I said, I didn't TP anything. I'm not in a head short, so the like I didn't take advantage of it. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I did. But if you pulled it off, that's the only single print left. So what that means for me now is everything is slapped. Shorters are fucked, longers are fucked. And so right here, it's all organic. Everything has now reset. Price action is going to start. So I'm hoping that my play is like nothing has really changed. It went to Kimba box, almost damn near pixel perfect. And then it rotated back down to, again, pixel perfect Kimba box. So, and we already discussed my stop loss. So I'm just trying to not get stopped out. The thesis of the stop loss hunts are still in play. It literally did that. It fucked over all the people shorting from like 30K. And this pretty much wiped out everybody that was in longs. You know what I was noticing on my Uber ride back home? Sato and Bato are long, so we could be fucked. Man, I really was hoping he was going to close his shit and go short. I'm sure all of us were, right? Oh, hell no. Bato's dumbass joined our dumbass, and he's in a long now. So far, that's what it's doing. It's binging. It has not deviated from any sort of mathematical normality. Roger that. So my dumbass is still in this thing, okay? But you know what this kind of reminds me of? First off, it reminds me of Kimba Crown. Okay? But, like, the last 6, 7 longs and shorts, it retraced to 786. You guys remember this? When somebody was like, ah ha ha, Kimba, you're gonna get round tripped. My entry was 31771. Remember that? So I was, and this short was 260 Bitcoin, and so I went from 170K unrealized to like 40 or 50. But the math was the math. So we've been through these a couple times, and I don't know how many times I tried to remind you guys that the golden pocket retrace is coming, especially when something like this whole pump, the open interest went down. It was just a squeeze. And so now, like if you guys remember, we talked about how when we do get the golden pocket pullback and we're gonna need a bounce, I need the open interest to go. If this if it goes back up, but if the open interest is not going up, this is probably like maybe I would say like 40% probability. If this pumps and the open interest is not going up, I might have to flip short. Wolves, where you at? Yeah, it kind of looks like ass, to be honest. So that's kind of my interpretation. Any questions? Okay, but I'm gonna clean this up. Okay, but that's a clean sweep. That's a really clean sweep. And that's what it looks like. And so hopefully, even if you didn't take it, just kind of look at what we talk about when it says like, it claims the candle close, the next candle close, This was the hourly, the second one, right here. Was that 382? It didn't even get to 382. So you can throw the fib stuff out the door, to be honest. But single print at 30,000. Ooh, the daily actually didn't get tapped. Hopium. Yeah, so there you go. That's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. So maybe we'll see. And you guys already know, like, just pretend if this is here. Just pretend these are 5-minute candles instead of 1 hour. You already know, like, what I need, what I'm looking for, yes? Bounce. Penetration at some point. At one of these levels, I'm sure it's going to pull back. 0.5 would be better. But on the pullback, it has to confirm and support. Once that happens, swing high, swing low, look for the golden pocket. I need that bitch to do that. So we have a long ways to go. The bulls basically just reset everything. Fucking pussy shit. And that's also the monthly level too, like we talked about in Discord. And when we were pumping, I was like, holy fuck, we might actually nuke from here. So I was getting ready. Monthly and sweep, that's pretty good confluence. So yeah, but if this is, if this does this and this is all descending open interest delta, I might have to short. Yeah, so I mean, it's the continuation of yesterday. Yesterday we talked about levels of TPing, right? So we talked about all the different sweep areas that you could play. All right, so let's just go back to this. So this one didn't play out. This was our first TP1 and a potential sweep play. No sweep structure. Next one. Sweep. Also daily level. There you go. Sweep. Sweep structure. People always ask, how do you play sweeps? Whether it was this candle close or retest of this level. So I kind of fucked up. I should have taken some TP. And like we were talking about yesterday, one of these sweeps, I should be in a hedge short. If I was in a, and also single print at 30,055. Oh my God, it pixeled. So, considering the fact that we've just been playing single prints, since that was the only one to the upside, I should have been less greedy and I should have respected it. When I was seeing this pump like that, I thought, fuck it. It's going to do the sweep here, and then I'm going to TP here, and then I'm going to get into a fat short. And so a lot of the stuff that we talked about, it was basically on full display. What do we talk about when we're in a long and the price is going up? We need the open interest to be going up. That was all this was a short squeeze. And something that we talked about earlier in the day was I'm kind of noticing that any time it scam pumps or dumps, meaning that the open interest does not help and it declines, it does a golden pocket retrace. Whereas if this had pumped and the open interest was going up as well, it would have probably retraced to 382 and it kept going. Something that I'm noticing. So either way, the pump open and I was pretty adamant about how if it was going to pump, you need the open interest to be going up. And same thing. So we kind of knew about the golden pocket pullback. So if you take a look at the mathematicals, swing high, swing low. Pixel perfect Kimba box. Okay. Confluence with the 786, which is what it has been retracing to. And then you also had the last single print to the upside at 30,055. So should have gone into a hedge short. If I had a 30,050 or a 30,000 short, I would try to swing the home run to the 27.2 because the next single print is 27.2. So, you know what I'm saying? Not financial advice, but fuck. The next single print is 27.2. So, yeah, I mean, if this long doesn't work, I'm going to just not long. In fact, I would want it to bounce so I can get into some sort of short. But if this long doesn't work, there's no long for me that I would attempt. I'm not even going to try to do some swing on swing shit. I would probably, if it did a swing of a swing, I would probably wait for some sort of golden pocket to get hit, and I would probably short. But anyways, so swing high. Okay, swing low, 786, Kimba box, single print. All right, math. Probability when it gets rejected from big 786, if it bounces off of 786 and you can get above this 786, Then you've got chance to go to the 1618, and I think it lines up right around here. So lots of pretty good confluence, but this has to go. Okie dokie. So it's just mathing. Nothing is really out of the norm. We already kind of talked about the pullback. So that's where we are right now. Ranking Racks is damn. Kimber after dark stream. Yeah, I started the stream late, so I wanted to at least, see something with you guys. Whether if I was going to get stopped out, whether we were going to see a little bit of a scam pump. But for the most part, I think you guys are all good. We talked about it all day. So whichever way that it's going, whether it's up or down, you want the open interest to be going up. All right. If it's making the move, but open interest is going down, most likely you're going to see a golden pocket pullback, and it's usually just a scam pump or a scam dump. So if it's going to, we talked about it yesterday actually, but if we were going to actually go for it, the open interest is going to build up. If we get a pump to like value area high or the big zone value area high or golden pocket, and we go up there with declining open interest, most likely I'm going to have to close this bitch and take a short. Token Goof says, how about a scam dump? Yeah, it's the same thing. If your move, so let's say that you're in a short and it dumps, but the open interest is also dumping, that means that it's not really people shorting, it's just longs getting squeezed. So sooner or later, if it's a price move that's caused by a squeeze, it has a higher probability of a retrace. Yes, yes, yes. But the levels are the levels. So even if it dumps on a long squeeze, meaning that the open interest is going down, all I know is that there's probably going to be some sort of retrace, but I would be counting on that retrace to possibly get it into a short. Okay, because if you really think about it, and I keep like kind of I keep wanting to like beat myself over this because it was so fucking obvious. But we were playing single print to single print, right? So the single print to the bottom side, we longed. It was at 28570. We front ran it. That's why I have the 28599 entry. Okay, the single print to the top side was at 30,055. My dumbass did not want to hedge short or take profit, and I should have. Okay, guess where the next single print is? 27.2. So I'm not saying that it's going to nuke straight to 27.2. I'm sure there will be bounces in between like this zone 28.8 and 27.2 if we do start falling, but I'm not going to long anything until 27.2. Okay, but you do you though. Roger that. And the cool thing about it is that is something that we were talking about almost 3 weeks ago when I was still in Hawaii, right? If you go back and look at it, I said whether it's 28.8 or 27.2, I'm not going to be scared to long. So that's still valid. All right. So if for some reason, like you guys wake up and it's at 27, it went to 27.2 and we're rallying back to 28, I probably am in a long, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. But yeah, if we go to 27.2, I'm attempting a long. Also, 27.2 is not going to be a sweep, so probably like some sort of like 4-hour bull div or something like that. Golden Poquito says, any single print above. Goofy enough, brother. The motherfucking single print that was to the upside. I'm talking about higher time frame and weekly single prints, okay? It was at 30,055. That's what I mean is my dumb ass should have taken profit. Bare minimum, I should have had shorted. But that's okay. It's not always going to be perfect. And to be objective and honest, I probably got a little bit greedy and carried away thinking that we were going to get the 30,400 sweep all on one go. Shit. But it's all good. So yeah, there are smaller time frame, smaller tick size single prints to the upside, but those in general can take time. The weekly higher time frame ones are the ones that have been the most impactful. And so we longed the 28,570 single print. We probably should have hedge shorted or TP'd the 30,055. Yeah, D. Franson. So yeah, D. Franson, not only did we talk about a sweep structure, But in terms of where it pixel fucked, it went to the single print and it front ran the daily level. So maybe that's a little bit of copium or hopium for me to get a little bit more up, but alrighty. That boy Houston says 29480 on 1 hour single print. Yes. And so that starts to line up with stuff like this. And guess where 480 is? Oh my God, 480 is the 0.5. So there's your little bit of confluence. Remember when we talked about probabilities? Okay, now that we know there's a single print right at 0.5, you know when I said this was like 30%, I'm taking 2% off of this and adding it to this. So now this fucker is like 38, this is 32. Yeah, but just remember the smaller time frame single prints, they can save those. In fact, if you go back and take a look, the market makers love to accumulate smaller time frame single prints and just save them all for later for some sort of blast. So if 29,480 doesn't get tapped, that boy Houston, then it gives me like a 0.5% edge on taking the 27.2 because now there's unfinished business and there's liquidity to the top side. See how that works? It's like chess. You have to be thinking 2, 3, 4 steps in advance. There's a reason for everything. If they leave liquidity to the top side, it's because they're saving it for later. If they leave liquidity to the downside, it's because they're saving it for later. Sooner or later, it's going to get tapped. You know, and it's kind of like noticing, oh shit, the 15-minute bull divs, that's the long that you want to take. Don't wait for the 1 hour. You know, so sometimes you have to be able to understand which time frame is the most important. For the last couple of trades, the weekly and the higher time frame single prints have been the ones that have been getting grabbed. So, alrighty. All right, let me get out of here. Oh, Sato, Bato, just fucking flip short for God's sakes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will miss you guys, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got a big work day, but I'll pop on stream as soon as I can. Alrighty, stay safe. All the levels are identified, so, you know, even if I'm not here when something happens, I think for the most part, we have every single level covered. To the downside, it's not like I'm adding anywhere, so the only thing to the downside is I get stopped out, and if we go to 27.2, I'm probably in a long. To the upside, there's the golden pocket. There's the single print, smaller time frame that Houston was talking about. We've got Fibonacci levels, confluences, VWAP coming in here. And most importantly, whatever move you see, you better have open interest helping you. Otherwise, that's probably a scam move. So if anything, don't do what I did. Just like try to be a little bit more aggressive with your take profits and stop loss and profit if whatever move that you get is kind of scammy with open interest not helping you. So fingers crossed, and let's see what happens. I'll check up in the morning, but really tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm gonna do super quick fasted cardio. I gotta put my suit on and I gotta head down to South Bay immediately. So, but you know my ass is gonna be looking at TradingView as much as I can during my work stuff. So. All right. Well, longs, shorts, bears, bulls, it doesn't matter. I'm rooting for each and every one of you guys. Stay safe, stop loss, be disciplined. Don't get too carried away with the euphoria. And I need to take some of that advice as well. Sato! Where is Sato? Sato. Punch your webcam if you promise to flip short in about 2 hours. Punch your webcam if you promise to go short.
Listen up, you. Oh, it's the truth I speak. Kimbit is my name, trading is my game. Bitcoin is my focus, charge all my guide. Profit is my goal, so I never step aside. It is just mathematics, a few trading tactics. Fibonacci is my mate, golden ratio on my mind. You got to respect the trend, or you'll be left behind.